Well, we got some news. It seems that the vehicle that we've been talking about here for a while, looking at some of the renders and the little peek that Tim Kuniskis gave us a while back before he left the company to come back, may not be a Cuda. It might be the Dodge Avenger. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And it looks like the smaller sports car version that we saw that Tim Kuniskis was peeling up, a video I did here recently, that inside sources were saying they were going to bring back the Cuda, which is still a possibility. It looks like Dodge is going to try to get back to affordable cars, but also not forgetting about its, muscle car or enthusiast car history. And that comes with the Dodge Avenger. I haven't seen that car. It's been what? Was it 2012, 2013? When did they stop making that car? They did have an SRT version of that, which was kind of interesting. What was it, a SRT4 or something? Did they make an SRT version of the Avenger? I know they made one of the Neon. But it's good news and bad news. That's the vehicle that I know that they had on display there, or the vehicle that's under the tarp. That's a little bigger than the older Avenger, the one that we saw that, ceased to exist in the mid 2010s here, right? This one comes with a V8 engine and is a direct competitor to the Mustang and what would have been a direct competitor to the Camaro. So it's interesting. I'm guessing maybe they wanted to use the Cuda name. Maybe it's a code name for the project. Maybe they wanted to bring back Plymouth and bring back that Cuda name. It still could happen. But according to my sources now, the vehicle, this mid-size, small sports car vehicle with a lot of power is the Avenger and not the Cuda. Makes sense. I mean, this thing's been around before and was basically like a slightly smaller version of the Charger, right? So I could see them bringing this thing back and, making a big splash. One of the biggest things that we've been hearing about recently is they're not going to put a V8 in the Charger. They're not going to do it. The strut towers, never mind that they're testing one in Mexico with updated strut towers and everything else. But let's say that those critics or the people that say that we're wrong are right. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are going to drop this Dodge Avenger here later in 2025, like say summer or fall, for it to be on sale by 2026. Is that enough? Is a hellcat powered or V8 powered Dodge Avenger enough to get you excited again about the brand? It gives me optimism for me. I have optimism for the brand if they do that. I just don't think it's going to be a one model thing. I think they're going to have to do multiple things. And it's why I think maybe the Avenger is a smaller version of the Cuda. Now, my sources in the executive camp at Stellantis are kind of running around with their heads cut off right now. There's a lot of internal changes going on that are going to be made public here in the next few weeks on how Stellantis is going to operate in the United States. And I think part of it is some of the stuff that we've already talked about, where they may be forced to split Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram off as its own thing in the United States. Even though Stellantis would still own it, it wouldn't be a Stellantis brand. Similar to Ferrari, okay? So I could see that happening, and then what that corporate structure changing up as quick as we saw stuff change as soon as Tim Kuniskis came back in with Ram. You know, them extending the Hellcat engine out, extending the Durango. We saw those leaked internal, parts orders and stuff for the 2026 Hellcat Durango and the 2026 Ram Hellcat engines, which probably means a TRX. That's my guess. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, whether the Avenger is just a smaller Cuda, maybe, and the Cuda is a little bigger, maybe not Charger size, but slightly bigger than the Avenger. And if they, look, and here's the thing, if the Avenger is Hurricane powered only, but the Cuda is Hellcat powered, I'm okay with that. You want to have differing power plants, different size, and affordable vehicles that people can buy so that you have the revenue. You want people to be able to aspire to get that next vehicle. And that's why I feel Dodge was doing really good a few years ago, where you had the SXT, you had the Pentastar V6 Challengers, which I hated. I feel like they should have never did that. If you wanted a muscle car, it needs to be a muscle car, not a neutered muscle car. But I digress. You had the RT, you had the Scat Pack, you had the Hellcat, you had the Red Eye, and then you had multiple steps and trims that you were able to go up with these vehicles. And I think Dodge needs to have that again to be successful. Having an electric Charger and you're paying almost $15,000 more just for software, it's the same car, same engine, same batteries. You're literally paying for software to have a faster, I don't even want to talk about that. Just, oh my God. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think it's the Avenger? Do you think the Avenger is a smaller Cuda, or do you think what we've been talking about as a Cuda is actually the Avenger? I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.